All right, well, as you can see, the bike got a little dirty. Yikes. Plan is today to wash this thing. The one thing I'm most concerned about is the chain. I don't know what kind of wax the guy who had this bike before me used, but look at the chain. I'm wearing a chest mount, so it's a little different today. Look at this chain. It, like, every little bit of dirt and sand in the world found its way to my chain. Mother of mercy. Whoa. Can I balance it on just one of them? We could improve this by just putting one in the center. So let's do that. Let's put this into the center of that. I'd rather have it teetered front and back than left and right. Except I gotta go kind of high here. One more. There we go. And lock. I mean, I'm not super worried that that's gonna go anywhere. Are you? All these cables everywhere make me nervous to blast with water. I might take it easy around this area. I don't think I'm gonna be blasting too much water in some of these areas up here and down there, but the chain needs to be done for sure. Okay, there's a bunch of ways that you can do this. I'm gonna go with the old-fashioned kerosene, and because I'm broke and I've heard that this is actually a pretty good solution, I'm gonna use gear oil instead of fancy waxes. That being said, I need to throw some gloves on, and I need to grab some brushes. So I have an assortment of soft bristle brushes here. I think we'll go with these two. Now I made a little cardboard cutout, and I made this to kind of protect my tire and wheel as I do this. Just like that, just to add a little bit of protection. Good old kerosene. Okay. Oh. That's crazy how bad that is. Just to be extra thorough, I think I am going to use a little bit more aggressive bristle brush. I'm not going to use metal, but I do have some of these guys. Okay. Some very flammable pieces of cardboard. Another thing I wanted to do is, I just did this light kit, but if you look up in here, you can see the wires that are sitting under this thing. I'm thinking about putting a big piece of foam right here just to kind of seal this off. I have some foam that I used for another project, which is what I'm thinking of using. Oh, here it is. So it's sticky on one side, pretty thick and durable on the other. I think if I put a couple strips of that in there, that will make me happy. I was thinking about wearing my helmet for this job, and I was like, there's no way I can do this much stuff with my helmet on. I only need to take this one off though for the seat, I think. There we go. See? Just the one. This is the two, I mean. Melee, why do you always gotta roll in stuff that's not necessarily good to roll in, huh? It's hard trying to find an angle for this chest mount camera because when you look with your face, you don't have to worry about the angle because it's usually pointed at where you're looking. So, as you can see, those are the wires from my lighting job that just sit there. And I don't want to spray them with water, and I don't want them to get sprayed with water in the future either. Yeah, I think I just want to put a piece here and then another piece here. Like that. Have that sit there. Oh, of course you're gonna do that, you jerk. Let's put that right there, like that. I don't think this stuff is waterproof, but it will at least help in the weathering aid a little bit. Weathering prevention. Once all the hardware is tightened down, that should be all right. Let's throw those screws back in. Okay, I used to be a detailer for BMW, and this is the stuff that they would use, Zeppo Shine. You have to special order it, I think, but in my opinion, it's worth it. That stuff works great. Now let's rinse her down. So places I'm going to be careful of: up here, down there, pretty much everywhere. You would think that the majority of this bike would have to be rated to get somewhat wet, right? It is pretty much a dirt bike. Let's give her a quick wipe down. Nothing crazy. All right, now we gotta dry this thing off. I could use my rag. I probably shouldn't use my leaf blower. Wow, I am now deaf. Now we gotta do the chain. Like I said, I'm just gonna use this gear oil. I need a headlamp, I think. That way we can all see a little better. Oh boy, I did not do the best job. Still pretty dirty. And you can use a brush, I believe, to help this process. All right, that seems pretty liberal to me. Now I'm just gonna hold this. Well, let's actually load this up first. I'm gonna hold this right here just to spread everything around. Let's do the top side. And let's kind of do the sides as well. I think that's plenty. We'll take this and lightly hold the chain and get the old spinny-rooski. Get the excess off. I think that's probably good. All right, now for leather, which I highly doubt this seat is made out of genuine leather. I got Obanoff's heavy-duty leather preservative. So regardless, I'm sure any kind of natural preservative, because I think it consists mostly of natural waxes and oils, it's gonna help, you know what I mean? So we're gonna throw that on here. Now I don't wanna go sliding off my seat, so I'm gonna get some of that off. Okay. I need to clean off this bike rack. It actually worked really well. So actually, in addition to this vlog, I'll show you something kind of cool. So Corson, who was at the cabin, had one of these and he showed it to me. And it saves your forks from being crushed. So when you throw it on this thing, you stick it up in here and up against the tire. It'll obviously expand more like that. And then when you crank it down, you know, you can only go so far, which is kind of nice. So I bought one of those. They're really not that expensive. And then I also have some Velcro straps. I'll probably strap them to the forks as well. That's nice. I'm gonna use that from now on to save my suspension and not worry about damaging it. Also, trying to balance the bike on this thing while trying to get a ratchet strap on is really hard. And so Rhino USA, if you ever want to sponsor someone, I'll be your guy. I love Rhino USA stuff. They always have like a carrying case. They included these Velcro straps for the straps that I got from them. But essentially these will make it a lot easier to strap down my bike because A, I don't have to ratchet anything, and B, it's all built in, so I can just throw this loop up over my handlebar like this, and then loop it, and then it's all built into one thing like that. And then I connect this other end, pull that down, connect the other end to the bike ramp while I have one hand holding the bike, use my other hand to just pull this down and cinch it up. And then I'll just end up using these instead of any ratchet straps at all. I may still throw some on the back, but I may not even need it. I'm glad to have these too, because when we went to the cabin and I unhooked the ratchet strap from one side in the front, it slingshotted it to the other side, and I think if my Forerunner window was closed, it might have done some damage. So it's just nice to have the right tool for the job. So yeah, I don't think my bike's always going to be this clean. I more or less just wanted to get the chain cleaned and lubed because that's important to me. But yeah, sorry it's not another riding MotoVlog. We'll get some more of those in here soon, but she's clean. Bye-bye.